Well folks, it's an absolutely gorgeous day. It's really warm, but unfortunately there is a bit of a breeze blowing, but what can you do, hey? Might as well get out and enjoy it while I can. Going to do a little bit of slug testing today with the FX Crown, and I picked this here up. It's an H&N sampler pack for their slugs. These ones are in the .217, and there's slugs ranging from 21, 23, 25, 27 and 30 grain. I think there's 30 slugs in each tube. I suppose the idea of this is nobody's quite sure what's going to shoot well in their gun and at what speeds, so without having to buy a whole pile in one type and finding out they're crap, you can buy a selection box and try 5 different varieties through it and see which one works better with your gun. Now, I don't know how these are going to perform out of my FX Crown with a 500mm barrel. I'm hoping the 21 grains, the light ones, will get up to enough speed to stabilise, but we'll see once we get out to shooting it. I picked these up in McCloy's, and even they're interested to know what shoots well, so they have a better idea of what to bring in stock. So we'll put a target out at 50 yards, and if weather permits we'll maybe go out to 100. So stay tuned folks. Okay, first up is the 21 grain. Now, this is a standard 500mm barrel STX liner in it. It's not a slug liner, so this might be an absolute waste of time. They might not stabilise at all, but it's interesting to see. Plus, when these come in the pack, there is numbers in the top, but there doesn't seem to be any numbers on the individual tubes. Now, this packet was opened when I got it, but I see when you're taking them out of the packet, they all fall out anyway. So they're very easy to mix up. So I actually, when I got these, I took 1 or 2 examples out of each tube and weighed them to make sure that they are the weight that I was expecting them to, and I wrote the weight on the top of the tube so I know for later reference that what weight is in which tube. I think I understand that myself. Hope you understand it. Right, we'll shoot at 50 and see what happens. Okay, that's 5. We'll switch over to another. Okay, we're going to try the 23 grain now. Ooh, I like them. Right, try another one. Okay, we're going to shoot the 25 grains now. Them look good too. we'll try another one. Okay, we'll try the 27 grains now. One thing I have to say, on the back of the packaging, as well as having the weight of each slug, it also has the BC, which is quite useful if you're wanting to put it into your ballistic calculator. Right, enough yakking. Get back to shooting the 27s. Okay, that's that one. Switch over to the last one, the 30s. Okay, I'm going to try the 30s at 50. They're brave and long, but they do fit and cycle in the magazine. Okay, that's it. Go to the target and have a look-see. That's pretty interesting. The 21s, which was the ones I was hoping for, did not grip well. The 23s, 3 of them went through the same hole. That's the only one that really opened it up. 25s, still a pretty good grip, even the 27s. The 30s isn't that bad either, but you can see the difference. The heavier weights, they're slowly starting to drop. I'm using the same holdover as I would use for the JSB Hades, which is about 11 clicks for 50 yards. And you can see the 21s is above it, where the other 23s and the 25s isn't too far away. But the wind doesn't seem to be affecting the bigger ones that much. The 21s started to stretch now. But I'll put a target up at 100 and we'll see if we can get them on the page. Okay, set up back at 100 yards, and I'm going to try the 30 grains first because they're likely to be the ones that are going to drop the furthest, and I don't want them to drop into another group and mess it all up. I'm only using the ballistic data for my JSB Hades pellets just to get them on paper, but without further testing and putting them over a chronograph, which I might do later to see what speeds they're doing, it's not likely to hit the bullseye, but I'm just interested in how good a grip they are. So here we go. 30 grains. My goodness, the wind's not even affecting them at all. Okay, that's it. And it doesn't look like the wind's affected them at all. But they did drop quite a bit, so I'll go and have to mark them on the target. Not a bad grip, but I wasn't aiming for there. I was aiming up there, and I'd already given the gun about 73 clicks for elevation, which works out with the JSB Hades. But they still dropped that distance, so the 30 grains needs a scope with a lot of clicks on it, either that or a lot more speed. But I'll mark these. But I have to say, that breeze isn't affecting it one bit. Let's try the 27s. Okay, we're going to try the 27 grains now. Okay, that's at 27 grains. We'll swap over to, I think it's the 25 next. Okay, got the 25 grains loaded up. We'll try these at 100. That's looking good too. We'll swap over to the next size. Thought I'd mark these off before I get lost. That's the 30s. That's the 25s. 1, 2, 3, 4. That could be one. This is the 27s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I thought that was really going to shape up well. I didn't realise there was one went out to there. The 27s are looking good. Let's hope the 23s look good too. Okay, we've got the 23 grains loaded up. Let's see what they'll do at 100. Okay, that's the 23s. We'll go mark it off on the target before we get lost. The 23s struck a fair wee bit higher because I was aiming here. Definitely didn't grip as well as the 27s or the 25s, even the 30s. Okay, the 21 grains loaded up, and we'll try them at 100. Yeah, they're hitting a lot higher. Okay, that's 5. We'll go to the target and have a look-see. Okay, that's the 21 grains. That's the 23 grains, which my pen has decided to die on. Now we'll get it later. Sort of noticeable once you get down the weights, when they get lighter, they definitely seem to get more affected by the wind. But on me today, the 27s seem to shoot best in these conditions out of my rifle at 100. I can't remember what they've done at 50 now, but that's still pretty impressive there. Well folks, I'm pretty impressed with what I've seen. I did not think that the slugs would shoot out of this standard STX barrel. I thought I'd need a slug liner to get the best out of them, but they're still quite usable grips now out to 100 yards. But again, don't take this all seriously. This is just this gun, this shooter, on this day and these wind conditions. But I hope you enjoyed it and find it somewhat educational, and all the best to you, hey.